My name is Karen.
This is Hannah. I'm Adrian.
If you guys don't know who I am, I'm Ken Collier.
Right now, what we're going to talk about, and we're here for another topic.
Right now, our topic is finding the best of the best virtual assistant.
As a business owner, we're so busy growing our company. We're building, where we don't even get a chance to step away to kind of look at our business from the outside, looking in to see where we really need to fix.
So we want you to hire the best. We just don't want you to just pick up someone just because you need help. Because at the end of the day, you will also do the end of the bargain.
It is very important to check out the competition. I know that you should always focus on your customers and not on your rivals, but you should also always check out the competition.
Even though you have an amazing content, if you don't engage to them, your following will really not grow.
Certain factor comes in is that you seek not just followers. Since you're engaging, you build relationships.
No matter how great you are at processing, no matter how great you are at structuring your company, you could be the best dispute person, have the best credit repair letters in the world, right? But if you can't get clients in, it don't mean anything, right?
When you have someone helping you around, you just finish things on time. You save time and you save effort. Hi everyone, good evening and welcome here to iShare Body Live. My name is Karen Tadani, and yes, I hope that we'll have a lot of viewers now because we have a very interesting topic to discuss tonight. Since most of us right now who's working online would want to be a social media manager. I mean, even if you don't work for someone on your own account, you want to grow your account, engage with people, especially if you're a public figure, if you're a musician, or, if you're aiming to grow your followers and be an influencer. But what is really the role of a social media manager? Before I start, we just want to gather viewers because this topic is very important, especially for those who wants to start their career as a social media manager. I myself started as a social media manager before I became a digital marketer. And take note, both of those roles are different, social media manager and digital marketer. So if you want to be a digital marketer, you have to, of course, learn and be expert in the social media managing industry first. So yes, if you want to learn or if you want to ask questions, comment, or if you want to know a different topic on our next live, then you can put your comments there. Yes, new learnings tonight, and I know that a lot of you would be interested in this topic because anyone can say, hey, I manage an account or I manage a page, but the question is, how do you manage the page? Do you manage it professionally, or are you just managing it because you're just posting, creating content, scheduling posts, and just basically making it active online? So these are different things. So if you are a social media manager, you are basically doing it, or you're doing it in a way where there's a system and a process flow, and that's very important. Okay, so I think let's start. So social media manager. What is a social media manager? Well, basically, a social media manager manages a page, an account, the social media platforms we have, which is Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest. If you have TikTok, Snapchat, Laika now we have Laika. So there's a lot of platforms where we can increase our online presence. And a social media manager, definitely his or her job is planning, implementing, managing, and monitoring the company's social media strategy. Why we do this? Because we want to increase brand awareness, we want to improve marketing efforts, and increase sales. Remember, when we speak about social media managing, we're talking about funneling. So, I mean, this is a different topic, but I'm just going to give you a brief overview on what's funneling. So we have top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, and bottom of the funnel. Now, we call it funnel because these are the parts where the customer experiences his or her purchase journey. So there's this awareness. Awareness is when you set brand awareness for people to know you, if you have updates, if you're a new product. The next is getting acquisition. So acquisition is basically getting your customers to consider you, clicking your website, or basically trying to know more about you. Next is the activation. So activation is where you get them either as a lead or someone who wants to, set a meeting with you and then talk about business. Now, once you close the deal, once they pay you, or in an e-commerce business, once they purchase, they're now a lead, which is called a conversion. So those are the things that happens when you do the social media managing properly. So in order, of course. Okay, I'm looking at questions. Later, I'll read those questions. So basically, to do these things, you need to have a proper flow. So what are the duties of a social media manager? Okay, number one, develop and manage a social media strategy. You cannot manage a page if you don't have a plan. Like, in our daily activities, you have a plan. You need to have a plan. You need to have a plan for a day. Like, what do you do? What do you eat? The same as managing a social media. If you don't have a plan and you just post something randomly just because you want to post it, and then it's fine. But if you're building something on your profile, then you have to be organized. You have to know this day, what should you post? You can't be too salesy. You can't be too pushy. Okay? You need to let your audience feel that you're interacting with them. You're not just selling. Number two, define most important social media KPI. So when you do social media managing, you have to measure your metrics. You have to know numbers. I hate numbers. I'm not good at math. But because I love digital marketing, I need to learn. You need to learn KPIs. You need to learn the terms. You need to learn percentage. You need to learn how to count, how to measure everything. Because you can't just justify things just because you said so. Everything should be data driven. And that's how it works as a social media manager. Manage and oversee social media content. You have to monitor. It doesn't mean that when you post, that's it. You have to keep everything on track. See if there is engagement, if people are engaging. Because if not, then you have to change something. Next is measure the success of every social media campaign. So, which is the same as KPIs. You can just post and then the next day create a new strategy. You need to base it on what's the result of your previous work or your previous activity. You have to measure the success, because if not, then you're just gonna go the wrong way and just right and left and without any direction. Next is you have to stay up to date of the best practices and technologies. Of course, if you're not trendy, well then why are you a social media manager? You have to know what's on the trend, what's the new tools that social media managers use. You can't be dated, because if you apply as a social media manager and the person who was also applying, like the other applicant, knows a lot of tools and you only know what Hootsuite and Social Sprout, and you don't know anything about Monday.com or other scheduling tools, then you're just gonna be at the end of the competition. Next is use social media marketing tools as buffer, such as Buffer. So there you go. You have to know your tools. You can't just do things manually. What if you're managing 10, 20 accounts? You're going to go crazy, right? Attend educational conferences. So it's very important. You attend webinars, you attend lessons, short courses. I took a course of social media managing, and it's with Enduran. So there are a lot of courses offered online. So if I were you, I'd get badge, I'd get certification, so that when you apply, you can show them, hey, I'm a certified social media manager. Work with copywriters and designers to ensure content is informative. You can't do everything on your own. Yes, you can strategize. You can know PS4 or CS6 or Canva. But again, the most important part that you should do is strategizing. So you have to delegate the tasks. You need to collaborate with copywriters, bloggers, and graphic designers. Collaborate with marketing, sales, and product development teams. You have to work as a team because you strategize, but you have to know the background of the brand, what the other marketing team, because the marketing is different from digital marketing. So you have to know what their marketing efforts were, history of everything that they do, whether it's traditional or digital. You have to know SEO, even the basic. because you can't manage a page if you don't know keywords. You have to know what's the keyword of a company and brand so you can suggest optimization. Next is you have to communicate with industry professionals and influencers via social media. You have to build your network. Imagine you're applying as a social media manager and what? Who follows you? 2, 3 people. You have to work it on your own too, so that when you come to a client and you tell them, hey, I'm a social media manager, you can show them. I work it all myself also. I work it on my account. So you have proof that you also do it on you walk the talk, right? Next is you hire and train others in the team. So you don't just do the work, you have to teach your colleagues. This is a teamwork. When you work in a company, in a digital marketing team, you work as a team. You have to help each other. You don't compete. When you know something, you teach them. And for sure, you also get some learnings from them. You have to provide constructive feedback. You can't just say yes. When you see that this doesn't work, the graphics doesn't match with the caption, you have to say change the graphics. It doesn't work. It doesn't fit. Next is you have to adhere to the rules and regulations. Of course, you have to follow. Facebook has rules, Twitter, Instagram, Google, all of them has different rules. And you just have to follow them because if not, either you're going to be banned or you're going to be spammed. And finally, you have to present to senior management. When you apply as a social media manager, you can't just say I'm an expert in this field. You have to present. You have to give them idea on what's your plan with them. So they have an overview of how you are, of how you think. Because digital marketing is one of the nowadays most important aspect in a corporate setup, even in big companies. So there you go. These are just some of the basic, but most important of all. Okay, I'm reading. Thank you for this. Yes, Christine. I hope you learned something. I hope I didn't talk fast, but there's a replay for this live. So don't worry if you missed out something, then you can just replay. So for every one of you who has a dream of being an expert in the digital marketing industry, just don't stop learning, keep on researching, and always get yourself updated with what's new. And of course, listen to those who know more and try to get some insights from them. That's all. Thank you. I'll see you again probably tomorrow. If you have a new topic that you want me to discuss, then just jot it down there in the comment section. We'll read it later. And if I don't know the topic, we can just pick someone from our team, and we can, because all of us here, we train, we coach, we share learnings. So just tell us what you want to know and we'll share it with you. Once again, my name is Karen Devani, and this is iJar Buddy Live. Bye.
My name is Karen.
This is Hannah. I'm AJ.
If you guys don't know who I am, I'm Ken Collier.
Right now, what we're going to talk about. And we're here for another topic. Right now, our topic is finding the best of the best virtual assistant.
As a business owner, we're so busy growing our company. We're building, where we don't even get a chance to step away to kind of look at our business from the outside, looking in to see where we really need to fix.
We want you to hire the best. We just don't want you to just pick up someone just because you need help. Because at the end of the day, you will also do the end of the bargain.
It is very important to check out the competition. I know that you should always focus on your customers and not on your rivals, but you should also always check out the competition.
Even though you have an amazing content, if you don't engage with them, your following will really not grow.
Certain factor comes in is that you seek not just followers. Since you're engaging, you build relationships.
No matter how great you are at processing, no matter how great you are at structuring your company, you could be the best dispute person, have the best credit repair letters in the world, right? But if you can't get clients in, it don't mean anything, right?
When you have someone helping you around, you just finish things on time. You save time and you save effort.